On behalf of the Candidate Officers Foreman Course 03-2014, I 05-003-223MC, CO Hartley, hereby declare in humble submission to Almighty God that we solemnly undertake loyalty to the Republic of South Africa and its legitimate government, unconditional service to our country and its people and those placed above us, to give our lives, if necessary, for the defense of the honor and independence of our country. At all times, to do our duty consciously, to keep our integrity above all doubt. This is our solemn pledge. So be it.
This is our solemn pledge. So be it.
General Simang, as Chief of the South African Air Force, you have tasked the African Air Force College to train and equip these cadet officers with the necessary knowledge, skills and attitude to enable them to be utilized as efficient and effective officers in the South African Air Force and the South African National Defence Force. For the past 21 weeks, we have put these cadet officers through their paces, and today I, Colonel W.J. van Aswegen, as the officer commanding of the South African Air Force College, can declare that we have accomplished our mission. These cadet officers, qualified for a national registered academic qualification in military operations, and furthermore display the necessary attributes of an officer to serve our country with loyalty, courage, dignity and honor. It is with great pride that I, Colonel W.J. van Aswegen, now officially hand back these well-trained men and women to the Air Force for utilization and further training as officers in defense of our country.
CO Gous. CO Molamo. CO Lee. The Air Squadron Sword of Honor was donated to the South African Air Force by Air Chief Marshal Sir Michael Braden, a former Chief of the Royal Air Force. The Air Squadron Sword of Honor was handed over to the South African Air Force by Mr. Alan Curtis on behalf of the Air Chief Marshal on 19 June 2003. The Air Squadron Sword of Honor is presented to the candidate officer with the best overall achievement in the following aspects: officer potential, academic achievement, leadership and fitness. The handing over of the sword is done to encourage the learners on the officer forming course to perform to the best of their ability and with distinction. It is hoped that the recognition of this magnitude will boost the morale of other young men and women who are yet to attend the course. The Air Squadron Sword of Honor is kept in the office of the Chief of the Air Force and is handed over to the recipient on this auspicious occasion. As the sword is a floating accolade which is handed to the best overall learner, the recipient will receive a commemorative coin in recognition of their achievement and is a symbol of the sword. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant General Msimang will now proudly hand over the Air Squadron Sword to Lieutenant Ndibongo. She is requested to step forward.
In the recent past 2 years, during which I assumed office as Chief of the South African Air Force, I have been a witness to a brilliant rise of men and women of our Air Force in attaining commendable and well-deserved milestones in their development. It has been a process characterized by inspiration, buttressed by a growing sense of patriotism, service, and commitment. This has reinforced my belief in general effort at building a powerful and committed Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, it behoves me that I should also today recognize the 31 successful members of the officer forming course who, after 22 weeks of arduous training, have come out with flying colors and will don their officer rank from now on. As leaders in your own right, you must never settle for mediocrity. On behalf of the Air Force Command Council, I extend congratulations to these members and to their families, friends, and dear ones, without whose support such achievement would have been well-nigh impossible.
Today because I believe in Yoba I was dedicated to everything that I do. I always inspired myself that, you know what, I am going to do this, I am going to be successful in this. I personally like to excel in everything that I do, so I think it's the reason why I want. This course is not about physical fitness, it's not about how smart you are, you just have to be mentally, you have to be strong in your mind. And it's doable. It's doable. Thank you, Mama.
Thank you, sis. That was very